First, it's one thing to score a goal, and it's one thing to get in the playoffs. How does it feel to score the goal to get the club into the playoffs?
Yeah, I felt really good. Really happy. Really happy it fell to me where it did. I feel like I've been following him, for the whole season, and I'm glad it fell to me, and I'm glad I could finish it off. Yeah, it feels really good.
How did it feel for you out there in general tonight? The performance of the team and your own personal performance?
Yeah, I mean, first half was brilliant. First goal, second goal, both really well worked, hard working goals. Blakey's finish was outstanding. And then, yeah, just a gritty way to finish it off as well. We managed to get the third to keep us ahead, and then, like I said, everyone just working for each other, working for the win, and we got it.
You kind of take me inside your mindset when you're seeing the team play really well in the first half, and then you come on at 2-1 in the second?
Yeah, I mean, I came on just after they scored that first. It's always an interesting time to come on because they're on the front foot, they're buzzing for that first goal, and our team's trying to almost recover. So had to try and pick up the pace of the game fast, but slotted in well, and then, like I said, got on the front foot a couple of times. Maybe could have had one more with the chance I had, but happy that the second one went in. Yeah.
It's unique for you, obviously, being on loan. You get in the playoffs tonight, you do it in front of the home fans. Can you kind of just take me through what it's been like, kind of getting used to playing here and playing in front of these fans and doing something that the club hasn't done a ton in recent years?
Yeah, it's been an interesting season for me, but in terms of coming to Indy, it's been one of the easiest parts of it, just because I think you know it as well. Team chemistry and all the lads, staff, everything just makes it easy on a day-to-day. It's easy to get on with the lads. Like I said, team chemistry, banter, everything just makes everything a pleasure to be there every day. So that's probably been the easiest bit is settling in and getting used to everyone. Who knows what's going to happen next season, loan-wise and move-wise, but like I said, we've still got a job to do in the playoffs, and looking forward to that challenge.
With a tense finish like tonight, what do you think that kind of shows about the resilience of your team?
I think we've had that in buckets all season, really. Especially, like I said, with the team chemistry, we all want to work for each other. We all want to work for the win, and we've ground out some gritty wins, throughout the whole season, like I said. So for me, going into a playoffs, if it's coming down to the wire, I'd back us every game.
When you're in this stretch of 4 or 5 games that you've been playing really well, I mean, how can you? I mean, football can be contagious. How can you guys sort of keep being contagious to push it into the playoffs?
Yeah, just got to feed off each other. This week's I got to go. Next week someone else will. Blakey's back in the starting lineup, contributes with a goal. Augie the week before, hat trick in 20 minutes. You just got to keep finding spirit from each other and building off who's hot, who's not, because you're not going to put in a 10 out of 10 performance every week, but someone will, and making sure that you can feed off them to take the whole team up. I think it's an important thing, and like I said, team chemistry and wanting to work for each other and believe in each other goes a long way to help that, and we got that in spades. So yeah.
Coach talked to us about the importance of you guys kind of buying into his philosophy and his mindset. What did that look like for you, kind of buying into that?
Similar just to the last two answers. It is a team built on hard work and work ethic. We might not always be the most pretty team to watch in terms of playing out from the back, but we're damn effective in terms of we'll get forward, work for each other, work back for each other, and ultimately it ends in wins like this and results that you want to see going into playoffs. Like I said, coming back to the gritty wins and everything else, we will win games because of that work ethic and work rate and team chemistry that we've got.
I just happened to notice the brick by brick. Can you tell me a little bit more about the story and the message behind the phrase brick by brick?
Yeah, you know what? It's my first brick, so I guess it is brick by brick. I think with the Brickyard Battalion and their support, I've seen a few knocking about. I've always wondered what it would be like to get my own. Now I have it, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably frame it and look after it. But yeah, I think it's a good motto to live by. Just keep going no matter what, brick by brick. Yeah.
Is that kind of maybe a little phrase that you can use to sort of describe the season now that you guys are in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the whole season, I think it's maybe something you can harp onto. You didn't get off to the greatest start in the season, but then midway through, you know, we found that form. We were flying. A little bit of a slump with results, still good performances, and then, like you say, coming into playoffs now, I think we're in a good vein of form, and looking forward to attacking it. So got a good foundation of bricks there to go into.
Anything else you want to add?
Just any puns that I can think of. Yeah.
You guys set out at the start of the season to get into the playoffs. That's box number 1 checked. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's a big achievement. You know, every year, every single team is trying to win the whole thing. You know, and win the league. So each game brings its own challenge. It's extremely difficult to make playoffs, and to do it with games remaining. You know, it's a big history in the club. And you know, we've made history a few times this year, and we're happy to do it again. Yeah.
You obviously played the whole season, and it's difficult throughout the season, but just tonight it was difficult. Can you kind of walk us through what you felt as a kind of about the total performance?
Yeah, you know, going into these games, they're big games. You know, you want players to step up, and we put in a really strong team performance. I thought Logan, from such a young kid, plays with such maturity, and you know, he works really hard every day in training. He's earned the trust of the team, and you know, I thought he was phenomenal tonight. You know, as were so many other players. And it's big games like that, you know, that we need those players to step up, and that's what we did.
Can you walk me through what you saw in your goal?
Just as soon as I knew Dougie was in that position, you know, we've been connecting like that since 2019. You know, he's an intelligent player, and yeah, it's really nice to link up with him. And it's when he gets in those positions, I know he can pick me out. So yeah.
When you guys are clicking like you were in the first 15 minutes, and you know, a goal and then a goal in the next minute, it looks really nice, and it's fun to watch. What is it like to play like that?
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. The second half wasn't as enjoyable, but no, you know, throughout games and throughout seasons, you go through periods of time where you're playing really nice stuff, and then periods of time where you've got to just grit it out and grind it, and that's what we did in the second half. You know, Loz coming on, getting a goal was huge as well, and yeah, like I said, just players stepping up in big games, and yeah, it was really good tonight.
That's your last regular season game at home. You've got a chance next week to go and play for one in the playoffs. What does that feel like?
We'd love to have a playoff game here. You know, we know that we bring such an advantage with the fans and, you know, the stadium and everything, and we'd love to do it for the fans, for the club, and for us ultimately. You know, give us a slight advantage into the playoffs. We don't really care who we come up against. We're confident to go up against anyone. So, yeah, bring it on.
It's been a strong 4 or 5 last matches for you guys, especially. How critical has that stretch been late in the season?
Yeah, it brings confidence. You know, when players are playing well, when the team's clicking, and right before playoffs is the perfect time to do it. So, yeah, we're really excited to keep momentum going, and happy that we're in good form.
The second and third goal, you know, you guys were positioned really well. What allows this team to get those type of open looks on the pitch?
You know, we work hard in training every day. You know, as a team throughout the season, we have a good understanding of each other. You know, new players have come in, gelled really well, and yeah, really happy for Laurence to get his goal. And yeah, just hard work and trusting each other, I guess.
I know you've had a little bit to deal with injuries this season. What have you learned throughout the year now that you're impacting right at the right moment?
Yeah, I had one injury. Yeah, I was out for maybe 6 to 8 weeks. You know, you go through seasons where you're going to be out on the sideline. That's just part of the job. You know, it's important that other lads step up as well, and that's what happened. And yeah, you're going to go through times in the season that are difficult, times that are easier, and it's just remaining consistent. So yeah.
When you go up 2-0 kind of quick tonight, is there kind of a tricky balance between trying not to sit back and let them come to you and trying to add another insurance goal?
Yeah, we have a lot of good experienced players on our team, so we know that the times to push forward and the times to sit in. We knew the last 10 minutes were going to be difficult. We knew that we had to absorb some pressure. You know, we were haunted a little bit with the Louisville game, conceding late, and I think everyone had that game in mind in the last 10 minutes. And you know, when you go through those experiences and you suffer a little bit, you know, it helps you in the future, and I think it helps us tonight.
Anything else you want to add?
Bring on playoffs, baby.